Now to the major shakeup just 4 months away from the election. President Biden announcing that he will not seek re-election through a post he made online yesterday afternoon. And now the Democratic Party is working to try to unite quickly before the party's convention, which is 4 weeks from today.
Yeah, the president threw his support behind his VP, Kamala Harris. But what does that mean? And where do we go from here? Eyewitness News anchor Pedro Rivera has been examining this deeply, and you're covering that aspect for us, Pedro.
Yeah, Vice President Kamala Harris made it very clear. She wants the nomination, but she wants to earn the nomination. She made that point in her statement. And there could possibly be other contenders entering the race, including independent West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, who went on multiple networks this morning to squash rumors. Take a listen.
I am not running for office.
West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin tells CBS this morning he will not seek the top ticket, but instead campaign to have an open convention, saying it would be a mistake not to do so.
We have a new generation, which I've identified a few people, a lot of governors, a lot of people that have credentials that could do a great job as new leaders. And again, it would help strengthen, I believe, Kamala in her position too. But that's already been predetermined, so we'll see what happens.
At 1:46 Sunday afternoon, President Biden shook up the 2024 race for the White House, deciding not to seek re-election so closely to November. Biden addressing a letter to my fellow Americans, reading, "I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term." Mr. Biden quickly followed up with an endorsement of Vice President Kamala Harris. Former President Bill Clinton and California Governor Gavin Newsom both say they're backing Harris as well. However, major party leaders, including House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and former President Barack Obama have yet to give Harris an endorsement. Meanwhile, the Republican nominee Donald Trump reacting to the news on social media, writing in part, quote, "Crooked Joe Biden was not fit to run for president and is certainly not fit to serve and never was. We will suffer greatly because of his presidency, but we will remedy the damage he has done very quickly." But the GOP is now turning their attention to Harris, releasing this critical ad overnight.
Warning. The following.
Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie says it'll be up to Harris to change the narrative.
Kamala Harris is not personally disliked. There's a question of respect and whether they respect her or not, and that's going to be in her control now. If she performs well, she's going to make this a very close race.
And what will also make this race close is the money. Democrats have raised nearly $50 million since the announcement. She may also have access to that $95 million war chest, they call it, from the Biden-Harris campaign. Now, that money could go to another candidate if a real candidate emerges here, but it would have to be transferred to the DNC to then allocate that money. Likely, she holds on to that $95 million and uses that towards her campaign.